that, because I get this all the time, say, well, I don't know that I have time to coach. And I want to be perfectly clear. If you've taken on kind of the armor of leadership and you don't have time to coach, I don't want to be too direct, but what are you doing? Your job, the minute you went from an individual contributor over to a leader and you kind of put on that armor where you're not only empowered, but you have the responsibility of coaching each one of those team members. One-on-one communication and coaching conversations are not an optional thing, they're a mandatory thing. So that's all about prioritization. And this happened for me when I went back. I didn't have a coaching framework that I used, frequently until I was almost 50 years old in a doctoral program. But once we knew there was a better way to help people have conversations, when you lean into the skill, and not only do you learn the skill, you get more excited to practice. You pick up playing the guitar, you're like, oh, this is really hard. I'm not that motivated to do it. And all of a sudden you figure out 1 chord, 2 chord, 3 chords. You're like, ooh, this is pretty fun. And you start doing it with more frequency. So I would tell leaders, it's not about not having time. You have time when we prioritize. But when we prioritize, if we have a framework we can lean into and that we use consistently, you get more excited about having those conversations. And then guess what happens on the end? We don't have as many tough conversations because we're having other conversations more frequently, which is, in my view, humble view, it's a much better way to go through the day. Prioritize coaching. It is a communication skill that is non-negotiable, and it is part of our job.